Hey everyone, this is Court. Making a quick video here. So we're heading out to my research area right here. Listening to my audio last night, I heard just a lot of chatter, and you're going to hear it later tonight when I post my audio. So when I came out this morning, mid-morning, this dead tree right here, see the limb right there on the left? Well, it was hanging up into this tree up in here. So it had cracked and it was just a tree break that was 45-degree angle up into these trees up here. So let me back out of here. So yeah, it was hanging up there, and it came down sometime this afternoon. So we heard it popping and popping. So that tree, it took this tree out in its fall, and it's laying down there in the bottom. This is the tree that came down right here. So I just figured it was going to be a playground for them, you know, because look at this tree, the tree that I put a tire swing on. You can't even see the tire swing. Let me move over here. There. So yeah, that's the tire swing I put for these kids. And these kids were talking last night. So, and they were just chatting away up on top of the hill, down over the hill, wherever they were. It's hard to tell, but my audio recorder is in the attic window. Okay, and I'm way up on top of this hill. I'm way up on top of this hill, and I got a ravine right here that drops down at least 700-800 feet straight down. So the creek's like 600 yards away. But anyhow, there's some change. It took out this tree right here. This was taken out. So, and it's funny that in my audio I'm getting all this crazy chatter, and then boom, I got a tree break. So, but normally they just like to put a leaner in like that and they just play on it, or you know, right up here. When they pushed this tree over 2 months ago, first thing that took place was they started shoving these sticks right here in the crotch of this tree. Next thing happened was they brought this limb that don't belong and shoved it in there. And then a few days later, I had this upside down Y shoved into the ground. Then I had an arch appear. And it's the kids back here playing. So this is why my audio's been off the hook, is because they're coming in and they're playing here as soon as we go to bed. As soon as I go to bed, and it's like they can hear me close the attic window, and it just starts. It's like they're putting on a show. So they took down this tree right here a couple months ago, and I'm getting low on wood, so eventually I'm going to have to start cutting on it. And a lot of the beating sounds, I'll show you, they've mutilated this tree. It was attached. When I first started recording all this was all one. It wasn't broke. But now I don't know what the intention was, but you can see they pulverized it. And a lot of the cracks, a lot of the tree breaks you hear, where they're busting off these limbs. I think it's a communication, and he's here. He's just, you know, you'll hear a tree knock, then you'll hear a crack, a small crack, and I think it's like the alpha male or the parent, the mother, is saying, "Where are you?" And then he'll break off one of these limbs. And that's my take on this. So, whoops, just lost a shoe. Sorry about that. I have to get my shoes back on. So, yeah, this is just directly behind the house. And that is why I put the audio recorder in the attic. Because a lot of my activity is very close. So, I normally have fires on Saturday nights, and we're on hold right now because it's just too hot here in Ohio. Let's see. So my infrared night lights I just triggered. I need to turn this thing off. This gives us a heads up at night when we're out here. And if there's any movement, any heat source, it'll light that up. And I left that for him to play with. But I got a lot of widowmakers. Like if you look up there in the tree up there, there's a widowmaker sitting up there across. And they do that, I don't know why. I have another one up here. Zoom in. He actually pushed that tree over and it broke right there. See, it's leaning against its own tree right there, and it snapped and it's laying down. And then there's another widowmaker right here on this back side here. There's one it's already broke. It's just laying there, and that's just from being dead. But this right here is definitely squash related. It's going up. Was making an X. Let me step out of here and see if it's what it still looks like. This is tonight's dinner for them. We got some roast beef, leftover beef and fat and some bone and a bunch of carrots and mashed potatoes. So try to cover that. Those kids will eat that right up. They always leave the bone right here. It could be raccoons too. I'm not saying that was them. So, yeah. I used to have another leaning tree that made a perfect X, but I cut it up. And then up here, this was a lightning strike right there. And that's why I got to cut that tree up too. So anyhow, this is the area. And always something's happening. Always. You just hear that? I just had a big, I don't know what you want to call it, big noise down over the hill. So they cross down there underneath the bridge, way down in there, and they come up through here at night, okay? And then they have multiple tiers back here. The second tier is up here, and it runs all the way back to the mine. And then there's a small field there in the opening, and then probably about another 100, 200 yards up further, there's a larger field. And then as you get clear to the top, ooh, I'm hearing something. When you get to clear to the top, there's a 600-yard field, and it makes like a letter F, and it's extremely, you can't go through it. It's like 6 foot tall, so it's really thick. Farmer's like 95 years old. He don't farm it anymore. But yeah, this is the area, guys, and just wanted to show you. A lot of people don't believe I get this much activity, and it's because they're running this land, okay? The normal story I've always told was they show up sometime around August and usually stay here around end of October, going into November if I'm lucky. But this year, they never left. So they either A, chose to stay, the climate was a lot warmer for them, they didn't want to go underground, I just don't know. But they're here. And I post all the audio, and what I do is I record 9 hours, usually put it out between 10:30 and midnight, and let that thing run. Oh, did you hear that? Sounded like he threw a rock. He's down there. I gotta keep my eyes. I'm gonna keep the camera on this, see if we can get some movement. So I record from either, from 10:30 at night, 12 o'clock, till I run it till the morning until I hear the first bird start chirping, and then I stop. But I take clips throughout the night from the attic window right there. I close the window behind. A lot of people think I'm faking this stuff, and I'm not faking. I mean, these creatures been here 8 years, So you just gotta follow. Get on my Facebook. Follow me on Facebook. I mean, I just posted a picture of something questionable from 2 weeks ago on my trail cam that I just collected yesterday. So I got a lot going on here, not just Bigfoot. I've got paranormal, I've got orbs, you know, I've got apparitions. This is must be some Indian ground, because it can just get crazy here at night. So, but it's, with the heat index, it's like almost 100 degrees right now. It's pretty hot. I think it got up to 92. And you can just hear the noises coming from the woods. And then once nightfall sets, it's just insane when you're just by yourself. What I do is I have people come over. I have a fire, invite about 5-6 people, sometimes 7. And if I have my regulars come, they move in, they get real close once they know everybody's smell. If I bring somebody new, they kind of be standoffish, they stay back about 100 yards. But so you really need to join Corky's Research, because that's where I go live. I can't go live on Facebook, guys. I don't have 1,000 subscribers. So this is where I'm going live. This is where you're going to see the eye shine, okay? And I show this every time during my fires, okay? So I've had many Bigfoot groups come here with the thermals. We've got them recorded. So they have them up, they show it on their groups. I think it even made the Ohio Bigfoot Times, that we recorded almost, what, 2 years ago or a year and a half ago. But anyhow, we got change. A limb came down and I'm just reporting it. This is Cork and this is my research area. All right, guys, we'll talk to you later. So hold on. I just want to finish by saying I'm in the process. I'm like around 4 o'clock in the morning right now on my audio. And I'm capturing all of the little whispers, all of the little chatter that I'm hearing. So you'll make sure you wear your headphones tonight. If you guys want to listen to it, wear your headphones, put your earbuds in. It's real low, it's quiet, it's like they're talking, okay? And you can sometimes make out a couple words. Like some of the words I heard was, "Help me." So it's like, wow. But these are the 7-year-olds doing the chatter. I recognize their voice. I call them the twins. And this usually starts about 3 o'clock in the morning. And this is like I said, the last hour. I'm getting nothing but chatter, so I know it's them. And I'm going to share this with you. So stay tuned. All right, guys. Enjoy this hot, hazy, muggy day. Talk to you later.